show you who you are. Watch what you do, it might turn around on you. When you point the finger, don't forget to know. 3 other fingers are pointing back at you. Move on, yeah. Go tell them, say, you not see me, oh. Move on, yeah. Go tell them, say, you not see me, oh.
Good evening, folks. Please go ahead and share the show.
Oh, na 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 na. Just let people them. People bring the beat.
D12 on the beat.
I know they send you to monitor. Go tell them say you not see me, yo. I know they send you to slow me down. Go tell them say you not see me, yo. Hey, you. Pinching you, yeah, yeah. You choose to live, you want to live. I choose to live, I want to live. Oh, yeah. You. Oh, yeah. Nothing choking you, yeah, yeah. If I'm not making money and not making sense. If I'm not getting bread, I'm not going there, yeah. Get me where, oh, yeah. Get me where. I'm moving up, I'm never coming down, yeah. Get me where, I'm going up, I'm never coming down, yeah. I know that
Please go ahead and share the show, everybody, please.
Go tell them, say, you not see me, yo. I know they send you to monitor. Go tell them, say, you not see me, yo. Move on, yeah. If you come to worry me, move on, yeah. If you come to stress me, move on, yeah. If you want to slow me down, move on, yeah. You choose the life you want to live, oh. I choose the life I want to live, oh. Now I keep pinching you, oh yeah. Now I keep choking you, I got the juice, I got the sauce, I got the feelings the people like. I got the juice, got the sauce, got the feelings the people like. Yeah. Move on, yeah. Tell them say you not see me, oh. Move on, yeah. Tell them say you not see me, oh. I know they send you to monitor. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Move on, yeah. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Let people them me and me. Make people them from me. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Nobody better than me and me. Make people them from me. Go tell them say you not see me, oh. Super lepe mama, super lepe mama, super lepe, super. Show me a friend, I will tell you who you are. Watch what you do, it might turn around on you. When you point the finger, don't forget to know. 3 other fingers are pointing back at you. Move on, yeah. Go tell them, say, you not see me,
T12 on the beat.
I know they send you to monitor. Go chat them say you not see me, yo. I know they send you to slow me down. Go chat them say you not see me, yo. Hey, Doughty pinching you, yeah. You choose to live, you want to live. I choose to live, I want to live. Oh, Doughty you, oh yeah. Doughty choking you, yeah. If I'm not making money and not making sense, if I'm not getting bread, I'm not going there, yeah. Get me where, oh yeah, get me where. I'm moving up, I'm never coming down, yeah. Get me where, get me where. I'm going up, I'm never coming down, yeah. I know they sent you to slow me down. Go tell them say you not see me, yo. I know they sent you to monitor. Go tell them say you not see me, yo. Move on, yeah. If you come to worry me, move on, yeah.
All right, folks. Good evening. Good afternoon. I want to welcome you once again. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us as the show is about to start now. I want to encourage all of us to please go ahead and share the show because this is very important. We have information here that I want to share with you. There's a lot to talk about today, a whole lot. As the democracy of the Republic of Liberia is at stake, so it's important that we talk about these things. They are very, very important. There are a lot you may know. There are also a lot of things that you may not be aware. So first and foremost, I want to say welcome to the SKTV. We have decided to change the name from the Voice of the People to SKTV because we want to own the name and we intend to grow. So if you go up there, there will be a lot about Voice of the People, and we've decided to carry our own brand. So moving forward, it's going to be SKTV. We have improved the platform to some extent, but we are not there yet. We're going to need the help and contribution of everybody to move the platform forward. We have a lot of story to tell. We are the watchdog of the Liberian, Liberian politics. We follow everything. We talk to people behind the scene. We follow day-to-day activities within the Liberian body politics. So it's important that we improve our system. Not only the news we bring, but at least the structure should look more professional and up to date. So today we are going to be discussing the problem within the Liberian Senate. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. First, I want to encourage all of us to share the show so that we can get more people in here. If this was my regular Facebook account, we will have had more people here by this time. But we have decided to continue with the platform as is right now. This looks more professional. And this is something that we have to upgrade to institutionalize the platform, wherein other people from other part of the world are able to participate and work directly with the institution as opposed to using our personal account. So, few information I want to share with you, and they are very, very, very important. If you witness the confirmation hearing yesterday, at some point, some senators boycotted the process. That was because those senators felt that the process was not going the way it's supposed to. So they gave a recommendation. Their recommendation was to make sure that civil society members and political parties, major political parties within the country, be present at the hearing. That's how it is normally done in Liberia. But yesterday, that wasn't the case. So about 15 people out of 20 in section, 15 senators decided to put forward that recommendation that to ensure the integrity of the process, to ensure that other political actors and civil society members are represented, the people decided to give that recommendation. But the committee did not agree. The committee led by this guy from Samuel County, Milton TJ. Well, here is the news that you would like to hear. The Senate Pro Tempore, the president of the Senate Pro Tem, Abochie, he went ahead of this hearing. He restructured the committee to replace key players within the committee with people that will be yes men and yes sir to them, to him and President Weah. Many of the senators were even surprised yesterday to know that key players within the Liberian Senate who were to be a part of that committee, they were removed. For example, he removed Senator Steve Zako, who happened to be the chairman of the Liberty Party. He removed Senator Oscar Cooper, who is also a critical voice. He removed the other senator from Grand Bassa, Senator Jonathan from Grand Bassa County also was removed. And then he replaced them with people that will never say no to the Pro Tem and that are also in bed with the president. Like, for example, Senator Setoma, Senator Watson. You remember that guy who was elected in Grand Cape Mount? That guy who is even struggling to talk. And then Francis Bay of Riverside County. But in all this, if the Senate Pro Tem, if Abochie was not aware of the clique, of the conspiracy, he wouldn't have gone ahead and removed those people who happen to be critical voices of the Senate and replacing them with his own people. So, we will give you names of senators that are likely. Some are 100% confirmed that will vote to senators that will vote to deny this guy, to reject him. And senators that are in bed with George Weah, that want to make sure George Weah will is done. Give me a few seconds. Let me put those names up, and I'll be reading it to you right now. Let me see here. So we are going to be reading you names of senators. Let me see here. Okay. Here are the names of senators in this whole process. Senators that we believe that they will vote, and they are confirmed that they will vote to deny that Nigerian-born naturalized Liberian who is now appointed by George Weah to be the chairman of the Election Commission. Number one person on the list that we believe will be available, Moscow County Senator Darius Dillon. He is confirmed 100% that he will vote against the confirmation of Mr. Wambudiki. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence of Grand Bassa County. Also, we believe is confirmed to vote against the nomination. Jonathan Kapie of Grand Bassa County, we also believe will vote against the nomination. Now, Sano County, Meton Chejo, who happened to be the chairman of that committee, we're not sure of what he will do. He will likely vote the way of the president. And then Senator Dan Morris of Bond County. Let me see. What is county? Hold on one second. I want to make sure I give you the right information. Maryland County, we have Dan Morris, and Playboy Brown. Those people, they might vote to remove or they might stay with the president. There's no surety about those people. Grand Cape Mount County, Senator Vani Sharma is confirmed to vote against the nomination. Get your pen and get out these names, because at the end of the day, we are going to hold these people responsible. Not all the senators are going to vote against this guy. For what we are seeing right now, majority of the senators are leaning to reject that guy. But there are few senators who are in bed with the government, with the president. They are trying to pursue their friends, their colleagues, to make sure that the guy is confirmed. Again, Grand Cape Mount County Senator Vani Sharma is confirmed that he is going to vote against the nomination. The confirmation. Bomi County Senator Sando Johnson will also vote to reject, according to our information. Louisville County Senator Steve Zago will also vote against the nomination. Nima County Senator Prince Johnson promised to vote against the nomination. Prince Johnson. Bopolu County, we call it Bapolu. Senator Daniel Neten, Ahmad Jala, those people are also believed, confirmed that they will vote against the nomination. River G, Senator Komini Wise, is also believed that will vote to reject the nomination. That's not all. Grand Jida County, not too sure. Senator Henrik Toba, not too sure, but is likely to vote to reject the nomination. So as we go through the list, Grand Crew County, there's nobody there that will vote against George Weah. Nobody. None of the senators. McGill County Senators, Oscar Cooper, will likely vote, at least a show vote, to reject the nomination. As we speak, if you look at the number, about 14 senators that are likely, either show or not too sure of rejecting the nomination. But then, if you look at the entire Senate, we have 30 senators. We have one senator who is not in the country, Thomas Groupie from Nima County. He's here in the United States. And there are two other senators who will not also be there. And the Senate pro tem is not going to vote. So it means you have about 26 senators left to vote. Out of the 26 senators who are left to vote, about 14 of them, we can confirm, are either leaning towards rejecting or are 100% sure of rejecting the nomination. One of the reasons why the Senate pro tem is accused of being compromised, he did not only restructure the committee to befit their need, but also refuse to invite, to allow civil society people and political parties in the country to come and be a part of the process. As a matter of fact, if you look at history, just recent history, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's appointments in the Election Commission, there were people sent from various political parties because President Sirleaf reached out to the political party, believing that the cardinal principle of our democracy is trust, is integrity, is credibility. And to ensure credibility and trust within the system, within the process, people, stakeholders should be consulted about nomination at the Election Commission, because the Election Commission set the stage to uphold the democracy or to destroy it. Think about this. An election wherein people invest their time, their resources. For you to say, yes, I agree with the result. I agree to let everything go. That everything that I've spent, that everything I've invested in this process, to accept the result and let everything go. You must believe in the process. You must trust in the process. And people who are giving that trust, people who are entrusted with that power to make the decision on behalf of the entire country, the arbiters who decides as to who wins or loses the election, should be people with good moral characters. Not anyone with shady character. Not anyone with a proven criminal record. Not anyone who represents some level of conflict of interest. That's the reason why every president, before George Weah, they involve political parties, their opinions, their representation in the formation of the Election Commission. Despite the fact that the president is clothed with authority to make appointment in government, but to ensure integrity and credibility within the process, within the system. As a matter of fact, as we speak, one of the senators, Senator Vani Sharma, even wrote the entire Senate and asked him to write up a meeting to cancel everything that they did because the process was not followed. Whatever they are doing right now, the president, the pro tem, and members of the CDC party, they already have their list. As a matter of fact, we had a credible information yesterday that they have built a system, a compromise system with a voter roll. And the equipment that are built is being kept in Thomas Fallas' home as we speak. We got that information yesterday. That even if this Nigerian born Liberian is denied or rejected, they were just looking for somebody who's going to play the dirty game. But the game is already planned. That they brought the machine, built in voter roll that can give certain people the opportunity to register multiple times, to vote in one area over and over and go to another area and vote. And only citizens will be given that opportunity. All they wanted is to have somebody who can do the dirty work for them. That's why George Weah looked around and found this guy, this Nigerian guy, Abodike. Somebody just told me I should give the names that Ellen appointed. Hold on one second. I had the name. I have a lot of information in this form, but I will find it in the middle of the show. I will read them to you. When Ellen asked those political parties, names that were submitted from the key political parties and they were appointed by adding to serve on the election commission. I will give you the names later, because I have them here on in my phone, but I can't catch them right now. So, going back to what I was saying, the integrity of the election, the credibility of the election, the integrity and credibility of those who serve at the election commission are the cardinal points that people look up to, whether or not to accept or reject any result. If the election process is not credible, if the election process has no integrity, that's how many elections can end in chaos, because people turn to reject anything that election will produce. So in short, the fact that the Senate Pro Tem can go ahead and restructure the Committee on Election Matter by removing all those good and credible people, and only to inform them right at the hearing, it means that he is completely compromised, that he did it without the consent of his colleague. As you speak right now, some senators are even angry to the extent that they want to go against Aboche as the Pro Tem of the Senate, because he seems not to be credible. He seems to be compromised. He seems to be in bed with George Weah. Think about this. This man's girlfriend is nominated, and he is the Pro Tem of the Senate. To remove people from the committee before they even know. Once again, the names of senators that we just mentioned to you are likely to vote to reject this guy. Some are 100% confirmed that they will vote to reject this guy. There are a few of them that we are not too sure. So that is the news we wanted to share with you. George Weah and his people already brought in the equipment that they're going to use during this election in October, and they will likely use it in 2023 if they are successful using it this time around. They are looking for someone who can take the charge. Last week we told you here that the current chairman of the Election Commission rejected the offer. In order to retain his position, he should allow the will of George Weah, McGill, Molba Molu, Thomas Fala, Okala Great to go through. And the man said no. And he was told either accept it or lose your position. Now he did not accept it. He has lost his position. The integrity of the election is with the people appointed in the process. If Aboche cannot even allow civil societies, and political parties to participate in the process. If George Weah can single-handedly appoint people without consulting other political parties or civil society to make sure we have some integrity in the process, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? As we speak right now, like I said, some senators are in meeting as to what they should do when it comes to the protein. The fact that the protein is compromised, the senators are discussing what to do with him. Seriously. And they are discussing to reject the nomination by the president. And one thing I want to bring to your attention, Mayton Cheje is one of the most corrupt senators within the Liberian Senate. Just we got information yesterday on Mayton Cheje from his hometown. People sent us information with evidence that Mayton Cheje, who happened to be the chairman, that is trying to make sure they confirm Abodike and the other corrupt people. Mayton Cheje was a superintendent in his county. Mayton Cheje allegedly was involved in diverting the county development fund. When that happened, Mayton Cheje was taken to court as a superintendent. He then take the case, that the case cannot be judged in the city, take the case to some court. And he was found guilty of embezzling 50,000 development fund of his county as a superintendent. That was right before 2017 election, according to the information that we received. And now he promised to pay that money to the county, just like Abu did, criminal Abu from District 15. So the same Mayton Cheje is now the chairman on the election matters. And he's the one now working with George Weah to make sure that the corrupt Nigerian guy who is on record of being corrupt, being a criminal, he's the one who wants to make sure that that man is confirmed. Beyond that, all the allegations that we are hearing about money, about a specific amount, we do not have facts on those things. But what we know, the interest of their party and senators that were guaranteed by George Weah that the only thing between you and your re-election is to vote for people that want to send to you. The names of senators that I just announced to you, those are the people that they don't trust. And those are the people that are going to vote against George Weah nominees. Since some of you just joining us, I'm going to recap some of the names of senators who are going to vote to reject those nominees. I'm going to start again. Senator Darrell Dillon of Montefiore County is going to vote to reject. Senator of Grand Bassa counties, Yomli Kanga Lawrence and Jonathan Kapie, they're going to vote to reject. Maryland, not sure of the two of them. And those two people, the reason why we are not sure of them, because they are on record of switching and in the middle of the game. They could go with this majority, or they could switch, depending. Remember some of those senators that took money, some of whom eventually received cars from George Weah in the case of Justice Janet, are the same senators that are with George Weah right now. So the two people from Maryland County, Dan Morales and Blebo Brown, they might vote against or for the nomination. Grand Cape Point County Senator Vannie Sherman is also confirmed that he will vote to reject the nomination. The other guy who was just elected, who struggled to talk, we don't know about him. But he might likely go with George Weah to confirm those guys. Then Bomi County Senator Sanders Johnson is also confirmed to reject the nomination. Lofa County Senator Steve Zago is also confirmed to vote to reject the nomination. Nimba County Senator Prince Johnson said he will vote to reject them, but Prince Johnson cannot be trusted. Prince Johnson can flip at any time, depending where money goes. Prince Johnson say, as we stand right now, as of today, at this minute, Prince Johnson say he will vote to reject the nomination. Bapulu County, Daniel Nathan Amajala, those people are confirmed that they will vote to reject the nomination. I'm reading all these names to you that you, if your county senator is with George Weah or is with the people of Liberia, for you to know, so you can make an informed decision if you come to those people. So going back to the list, River G County, Senator Komine Wise is confirmed to vote to reject. He's going to vote to reject the nomination. Grand Jide County, not sure. Grand Jide County, we're not sure. They might likely vote for George Weah. So if you are from Grand Jide County and you know those senators, call them. Tell them that they are about to sell the future of Liberia for their personal gain, for their pocket. That they are about to mortgage the future of our children for their selfish ego. So call them, call your senators from Grand Jide County. So Riverside County, same thing, we don't know how they're going to vote, because they seem to be in bed with the president. So Grand Cru County, same thing. None of the senators that we expect them to vote against the nomination. Magibi County, Oscar Cooper is guaranteed that he's going to vote to reject the nomination of Wambudike. The other two people, the alleged girlfriend of the Protein and Flor Seyon, who is accused of being in the vanguard of all electoral fraud in Liberia. I'm not sure about them, but the names that I'm giving you right now are names that are guaranteed or leaning towards rejecting the nomination of Wambudike, the Nigerian-born naturalized Liberian. Once again, if you just joining us, this is SKTV. It's a new platform that we are using now. We are no longer using our personal account. So all you need to do is to click like on this platform. Once you like it, every time we come on, you will be notified and you will be able to come on. So membership does not need to be approved. All you need to do is just click like on the page. Once you like the page, then you will be automatically a member on the page, which means every time we come on, you will be automatically informed. So going back to the topic, Thomas Groupie is here. We don't know how he will have voted, but he's not here. He's not in the country. Nimba County Other Senator. Okay. So now, there's two senators who will not be there. Marshall Dennis and Matthew J. from River G County. They may not be there. So it's like, out of the 30 senators, we have 4 senators that are going to be absent or that will not be voting. For example, the Protein is not going to vote, plus 3 other senators who may not be present. That means if you can get 14 senators to vote against, that means the nomination will not pass. At this point, given what we know, the nomination may not go through. That guy specifically, Wambudike, may not be confirmed based on the information we have right now. It could change because we have senators like Prince Johnson who could switch at any time. But as it stands right now, the guy may not be confirmed. But one thing we want to reiterate here is that Senate Protein Abochie going behind the scene, even though he has the power to do so, but without the consent or informing his colleagues to go and restructure the committee with people that will be leaning towards him or George Weah without informing other people, makes him to be compromised. Some of the people, as a matter of fact, most of the senators got to know yesterday that key players in the Senate were removed from the committee unknown to them. They were not informed. They didn't even know until yesterday. Can you imagine a Senate Protein removing people, restructuring the committee without the consent or informing the colleagues? Because he's a CDC man. He dances by the drum beat of George Weah, has no integrity, has no moral. So they will just go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Now senators are having discussion right now. You know, the Protein, all senators can be elected and can be equally represented in the Senate. It is within the Senate They can choose, they can vote as to who to be the pro tem and the leadership of the Senate. The position that does not require voting is the position of the vice president. The vice president automatically, when elected according to our law, becomes the head of the Senate. But the president pro tem of the Senate can be voted by the senators. So for Abochie to be in bed with the president, to be a missionary for the president, and care less about his colleagues, we are going to remove Senator Steve Zago, unknown to everybody else. Remove Oscar Cooper. People that they think that will vote against, or there will be critical voices, or that will ask tough questions. Because the way it works in Liberia, the committee responsible for a particular thing within the country, for example, the committee now on election matters, the committee and the entire plenary will have a hearing. They will go in the committee room to recommend, give recommendation. That's how Jolizo was even rejected by the committee before getting to the plenary. So this guy now, the Senate pro tem, went ahead and removed good people from that committee unknown to themselves and unknown to the entire plenary of the Senate, only to surprise them yesterday at the hearing that they are no longer part of the committee. By restructuring about to put people there that he controls and that will be in bed with the president so that they can go and do their dirty deeds. What does that say about the integrity and credibility of Abochie? Personally, I don't know him. So I have no personal problem with him or against him. As a matter of fact, I thought this guy was one of the coolest guys in government. But I didn't know he was as corrupt as George Weah is. So now who is left in Liberia? That's the questions now. Those are the questions now. Who are left with some level of integrity in Liberia? In the Liberian government, from the executive to the judiciary and the legislature. Who are the credible people now? Who can we trust? If the man who happened to be a Senate pro tem refusing for civil society people, for Liberian people to be represented at the committee, at the hearing of a confirmation on people that are going to be deciding for the entire Liberian people. If we can't trust our senator. So if you know Abochie, you better call him now. Not only that his integrity is at stake, his position is also at stake. Trust me. The Senate got the right to remove or to change any of their leadership. All they need is number, and his colleagues are not happy with him right now for going and secretly restructuring the committee without informing other members of the Senate, only to come to know, oh, Oscar Cooper, you're no longer on the committee. Oh, Senator Steve Zago, you're no longer on the committee. Can you imagine? As a matter of fact, the senators, one of the senators that was, that was put there to replace other good people, that guy who was just elected in Cape County, The man who is trying to find his footing within the Senate. The man who is still looking for money to replace the money he spent. What do you expect of him? Only to say yes, sir, to the president and the president. That's why every time when people say election have consequences, people should be very, very careful. All those guys that are in the habit of siding with George Weah or siding with their pocket, siding with money to put in their pocket and care less about the future of our country and care less about the opinion of the Liberian people, those senators, the ones that are up for election this time in 2020, we will not only campaign against them, but we will expose them. We will expose them to the international community. We will expose them to the war. And we will expose them to their constituencies. I said yesterday, the person that called me from all the way, Meton Cheje hometown. People call me yesterday and tell me, Sekou, Meton Cheje is corrupt. And we have proof. Because the people were so angry to know that Meton Cheje is the one heading the nomination of this Nigerian-born naturalized Liberian to decide the future of Liberia. Meton Cheje and other people are the ones that are trying to pursue other senators to make sure that George Weah will go through. Let me go to George Weah a little bit before I can start taking calls. George Weah could not even know that in appointing senators, in appointing election commissions or commissioners, you're supposed to consult other stakeholders and major parties within the country to institute some level of confidence, integrity, and trust. How can George Weah could not know that? What about those around George Weah that are advising George Weah? That in order to ensure some level of integrity and credibility within the election commission, you must have the opinion or representation of all parties. For George Weah to go and single-handedly appoint those people of his liking, appointing a naturalized Liberian, Nigerian Liberian, appointing allegedly his former girlfriend of his friend, without taking into consideration the danger associated with it. What does that say? It's about time the Liberian people stand up. You have to start standing up to those senators, corrupt senators, Meton Cheje, Aboche. They are in the lead of corrupting our people. Prince John, imagine people like Prince Johnson saying now he's going to vote against the nomination, even though we don't trust him 100%, but at least Prince Johnson's name is among those who are likely. If you ask me any day, anytime, whether or not Darrell Dillon will vote to reject, I will say yes. If you ask me Yomli Kanga Lawrence will vote to reject, I will say yes. Same thing with Senator Oscar Cooper. Same thing with Senator Johnson. At least they may not be perfect, but they have some level of integrity left in them. They have something called patriotism in them. Integrity. Caller, wait a second. I'm about to open the line. So, with the information provided, we are calling on all Liberians to call your senators, names that we just called, especially Senator from Sano, Grand Jide, Rivers, and the other, I don't know, I don't want to say dumb senator, but the other guy who doesn't even understand himself, who was just elected from Cape Mount County. You better call them. You better call them to tell them to pull Liberia first. Some of them are here listening. They are watching. I see a lot of senators here. Trust me, they are here. So we'll give you the opportunity to call and tell them, let them hear from you, the Liberian people. The good thing is, this platform is watched worldwide. That's why you always see participations of people from across the globe, on all walks of life. And pretty soon, you'll be hearing from our correspondents from every part of Liberia, most part of Liberia, if you will. And we'll be covering the happenings in Liberia. We are working on it. Like I said, we need the support and help of everybody. But now the line is open. The line is open. As a matter of fact, we also have a Facebook. We have a Facebook. We have a Facebook channel now. So we upload all the show that we do on the channel. So if you miss the show, you can always go there and read it. So the line is open. You can call in and make your contribution. Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from?
Well, this is Cyrus, man, calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Cyrus, my brother, how are you?
What's going on, brother? Long time.
Yeah.
Been update.
Yeah. I know. But we're back.
Go ahead. You're trying to say something, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just going to make my point second. You know why it's happening? It's not strange. We expected this to happen anyway. This is just a prelude to 2023 elections. Based on what we know and what we have seen, I think Georgia, like I keep telling people, Georgia may not be the smartest person when it comes to academics, but he's not as dumb as people think he is.
Yeah.
Georgia,
Hold the line, caller. Hold the line.
the situation is not moving in his direction, and Georgia is not going to win any free and fair election in Liberia. That's a fact. He's not going to win. And we've been seeing the prelude, like I said. From the day, I told one of my homeboys, I said, from the day George Weah walked to an empty stadium with all the African leaders, that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Darius Dillon winning Montserrat County was just a confirmation of what we wish they happened on the stadium that day. So what they are doing now, they are using apolitical means now to steal an election. And you know, these guys are doing it with the intention that people will accept it. Because Georgia believes our opposition is not as strong as it is. We got a little fracture. We are yet to see what deal with the four collaborating parties. And our opposition leader is not as vocal as people expect them to be as compared to the COP. This is how the COP started gaining strength, because I think Henry Costa, more people listen to Henry Costa than any other political leader in Liberia, whether you like it or not. That's just fact. So, like I said, but there are so many ways to go about this, and you just suggested one. If our guys over there, the opposition always got a number. The thing here is people are not loyal to their own political party. I mean, CDC doesn't run the entire Senate.
That that's one of our major disappointment in the opposition, especially the former ruling Unity Party. If you look at it, Unity Party got more senators than any other person. Any other they got more lawmakers. But how can those people they call themselves member of the political party, but they're in bed with the ruling party?
With the ruling party. So we have been around like brand politics for a while.
That's a shame.
Politics is not based on institutions. People run their own stuff. And even the voters don't even punish people that go contrary to the political establishment or to their various political parties. So that's a whole different case. Like you ask the question, who can we trust at this critical juncture is the main question we need to be asking. Yeah, we've seen some of them showing signs of doing the right thing, but the question is until that vote can be taken, you cannot trust another guy. Especially for a guy like Prince Johnson.
Yeah.
You cannot trust
Prince Johnson can switch anytime. Yeah, we don't trust him.
Yeah. And we need 14 based on the people that are absent, the total number that is needed, you need 14.
Yeah.
So the trigger is what can you do? So
I'm told anyway for information, I'm told as the show was going on right now, I was just somebody just sent me a message telling me that the number could be more than that. Thus, other senators are now considering following the good senators, saying that this thing is too flagrant, it's too broad, to for them to go against the way of the people, and they're seeing the resentment from the Liberian people that they saw that in the confirmation hearing yesterday. So the number of senators to go against is growing as we speak. I just got our message while the show is on.
One of the flaws that I see in this whole situation, it just happened by coincidence, is the whole idea that most of the guys are up for re-election. So the whole re-election might likely help. But since Georgia became president, all the moves we are seeing our lawmakers taking, I not think this whole idea of them being for re-election, the momentum that we are seeing right now about growing opposition in the Senate to the president would have been there. That one I know for sure. So the most we can do, like you said, people from the various counties can call their lawmaker to put a heat on. They are up for re-election and take it from there. And then
myself, we should not just stay by. We have to enlighten the people. We have to inform them so they can make informed decision come the election, because they have to know the dirty work of their senators, so they can deal with them, accordingly. Because if you don't know, they will keep lying to you. But it is our responsibility to inform them. And the good thing is, trust me, my brother, as we speak right now, I know people that are watching this show here from Campley. As far as Riverside. I said somebody called me yesterday from Sano, telling me about some of the things. And they are so angry to even know that Milton Chejede are the one in bed with George Weah to confirm on a naturalized Nigerian to make the decision for the Liberian people. For the fact that 4.7 million people don't matter anymore. Anybody who will just say yes to George Weah are the people matter. It's a shame.
Our problem is not about civic education. We got countless number of talk shows that keep telling our people how to do things every election cycle. They just need to put aside their sentiment and start voting what is right. At a certain point in time, you cannot just vote for someone because you like them personally or because they are one of your kinsmen. That's not how it works, because it will come back to one thing in the long run. Like what you're saying. We're all praying for a better president to help move this country forward, but equally so, most of the power in government lies in the legislature. Yeah. If you keep putting the wrong people there, you won't experience too much of a gain. So I don't think the whole thing is about, we should keep electing people. Like, how often?
My brother, thank you, man.
We got the Bazaar of the world, the city. How many times we got people on the social media or every other platform available to educate the people? It's all about them making that choice. And we shouldn't get tired. We shouldn't get tired educating them. Anyway, let me give other people a chance to come. I just want to make one or two points.
Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your contribution. Let's take the next caller. Hold on, wait. Caller, are you there? This person looks like a Victor. My brother Victor.
Yeah, brother. What is it? How are you?
Victor, long time, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah, good, man. Congratulations, man, for the new show.
Thank you. All we need to do is to share the show and inform other people about the platform.
Okay.
We're not going to be using my personal account anymore.
Oh, okay. Are we doing any contribution, something like that? Because
Yes. There are still some equipment that we still need to buy, but you know, I've been doing everything on my own. Actually, I've never asked people, but anybody contribute anything will be appreciated.
Brother Sekou, you're not doing this thing for yourself. You're doing it for the Liberian people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Your life is threatened. You can't go to Liberia because you're speaking truth to power. You understand what I'm saying? So if people like you, people like us, if we're trying to run any initiative, people should be able to support us. I am sure 90% or 80% of Liberians want the best for Liberia. So we can't say, you can't be doing this and you say, oh, I don't want to ask you for now. This is
no, I haven't asked, but if anybody help with anything, we appreciate it. You know, this thing.
Cash out, brother. Get a cash out and put it up on the stock, and we'll start contributing. It's $5, $2, $10, $20. We will contribute. Those that love the show, those that appreciate you.
No problem.
Okay, we are left that down. Let me go to what I'm saying. I think I've been the one thing in that way. So let me tell you, Brother Sekou, the best solution for Liberia is for us to send a message to those people. When Helicopter went to Liberia to speak for Liberian people, when you and I were here speaking, if you and I leave for here right now, we go to Liberia, don't try to want Helicopter to kill him. He was speaking for Liberian people. Bad people. I think, you know what, Liberia, if good people don't stand up.
Yeah. Hold the line, caller. Hold the line.
Few lawmakers in Liberia, publicly, disgrace them. Let me tell you something, it will send a message, not just to lawmakers, but to everybody in that country, that you cannot just become a lawmaker and see like your farm, or see that you own Liberia. Liberia is the country of laws. You can't just go there and control people. You know what I'm saying? Look, for example, look at the people who are beating in the mosque. When they say everybody should go home through this whole coronavirus thing, they are beating people from the mosque. What do you never want to beat those people? But it's the law. You don't abide by the law. The law comes after you. They beat those people. You know what I'm saying? It sends a message across the world that you cannot just disobey the law and go free. You know what I'm saying? So look, the best things Liberians can understand is what? We need to really take the law into our hands. Now we don't have law anymore. But if you look at these lawmakers, they go there to represent us. They are complete representation of the people. We put them there to work for us. But they go there and work for themselves. Yeah, for us. So we the good people, let me tell you that 80% of Liberians that want the best for Liberia. And we can get together and say, you know what, enough is enough. If you do this in your interest, we'll come after you. That country will change, Brother Sekou.
That's true.
That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you,
Victor.
my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Caller from 34 station number. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Well, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Kesley Dava and I'm calling you from Texas.
Kesley Dava. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, well, you're welcome too. It's been a while.
I know. So
thank you very much for the improvement anyway.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
No problem. You're alive. So what do you have to say?
Thank you. I can remember the last time I called on your show and I went through was the time of Sodiso's confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And that day I was driving from West Sekou. I told you that Sodiso was not going to be confirmed. I put my head on the chopping board.
Mm-hmm.
And we had several callers who argue that we couldn't trust the senators, this and that. It is true, don't trust the senators. But I can tell you that things are changing. And some of these shows that you guys hold and some of the voices of the people, some of our calls, people think it goes in vain, but it just doesn't go in vain. The pressure is now on the senators, and they themselves are saying things that are happening. Some of the bribery they used to accept before, you notice that some of the bribery are even getting sour in their mouth nowadays. You saw one of the commissioners who was supposed to be, who attended the hearing today, who should be the co-commissioner, the deputy commissioner to NEC. first time that lady was confirmed, she passed with flying color. But you saw how disgraceful she was today in the chamber of the Senate. That tells you that things are getting on track, and the senators themselves are seeing a kind of a disgrace.
But with that though, you know the senator, if they don't stand strong, the year and nail voting that they've been doing, so that people can go on record as to how they voted. I think the senators, they got it right to decide the rule as to how the process should go. So I'm calling on the senator not to accept that. Somebody just talk about it, and I think I talked to some of them already, and people are listening. No senator should allow the process to be yea and nay thing. Let people come on record and call their name and call their county and say, I'm voting for or against this.
Yes.
So that we, the Liberian people, can have them on record, and so we can show it to their people as to how they voted.
Exactly, Sekou. Sekou, you could tell from this lady today, I asked a question today on the platform. My question was,
Hold the line, please.
Sekou, this lady could remember things from ELBC days that she worked for 16 years. That was like 15, 20 years ago. But she cannot remember something that happened just within the 7 years and the current job that she still holds. I mean, that alone would tell you that there is something that is going on fishy.
Yeah.
If you could remember something when the railroad or senator asked her, because they were co-workers at ELBC, she could remember things that happened 20 years ago. But she cannot remember something that just happened with Next just to 2017. The place she still worked, the position she still holds. She cannot remember things that just happened.
That says a lot.
Thank you. Sekou. That alone can tell you that things went wrong, but she does not want to say it.
Yeah.
And some of those questions are questions that were never being asked before. So if the senators cannot start asking them, that tells you that, things are happening. And we'll continue to pressure them. I can tell you, most of the people who go for the confirmation have already denied themselves. You saw Floss Sale today. Floss Sale during the election, 2017 election, when they had last time on the asking, he had Sharpmore. He was speaking at 8 to say he was on top of everything. Those very questions that he answered those days, today he couldn't even answer one. He was all trembling. One of the senators has to even be giving him confidence and say, calm down, I can see how you are trembling, how nervous you are. Come on, Sekou. These are both claims to be qualified for position. You see?
My brother, thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. I know.
No, it is sad, my brother. It is very sad, and we'll continue to speak about it. And I hope the senator will listen to it and judge those people. They do not deserve the position. Thank you very much.
For sure. Thank you. Let's take the next caller. Caller, are you there? 678 number?
Yeah.
Please go ahead and tune down the monitor. You're live.
It's off.
Yeah. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. This is Amos George from Atlanta, Georgia.
Amos George from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find somebody here. Somebody.
I listened to your monologue.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I listened to your monologue. All what you have said is true. But I think we need to take this thing one step forward, and that is we should not start focusing on those senators in the House. I saw a roster. I think CDC got 5 senators, or 5 or something they were trying to give the roster. The rest are from this opposition, political parties and things. We should focus our attention on these people.
Hold the line, caller.
Let me say this. Let me start with my home town, my home county. I can tell you, Senator Tupa will not vote for the nominees. He will not vote for them. Like the Tupa and Red Tupa will not vote.
Yeah. His name is among people who are likely to reject.
Because what I'm seeing is, Senator Red Tupa voted not to impeach Janet. Henry Yara is the one that the people of Buhari should focus on. Henry Yara is a criminal. Henry Yara, I saw him asking some good questions.
rely on Henry Yara. And let us tell Henry Yara clearly, because Henry Yara went to the people at that time, when Captain Jonathan was in Liberia. He had a meeting. He told the people that he was going to vote not to impeach Captain Janet. But when he went to the Senate, he did something contrary. Henry Yara. The people of Bonga, they must put pressure on Henry Yara not to confront any of these people. Look at this guy, Sam. Sam is a well-educated guy. But if this man had worked in there for 16 years, and he's in charge of data, and all the confusion that had come, all come from that area, what did he explain to people? And he's so confident and capable with the knowledge. Why there has been always found from the data centers.
Yeah, but one question I want to ask though. If Unity Party can have a single party with more senators, likely, and they are not in control of the senators, they are not in control of the representatives. What does that say about the party as is right now? I mean, that's shameful.
Now, this is what I'm saying.
Not only that they are disorganized, it means that there's no leadership.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. These political organizations must call their representatives and say, look, hey, if you vote, if you don't, when we consult people and we say this is the decision we take, and if you don't represent us, then we expel you from the party. Then you go to the party that you voted for, and then we will campaign against you. But they don't tell these people. The last time when they did, they said they suspended for I don't know how many months they came right back.
Yeah.
Because the political leaders in those parties have not shown the willpower to these people that are representing them. This is the problem. And Milton Church has been one of those.
Milton Church is a problem.
Not only in the life of those people, but Senor, this is the problem. And let someone ask Mr. Senor this question. He has been the head of that data processing unit. And every election there's a problem there. Like he tell the people, because he said there's no way people can manipulate the system. So what I want is let us bring another computer expert.
My people, you're sorry. Hold on 1 second. I already blocked that person that was making a noise. I needed to do that. I had the phone far away from me, so I had to. Yeah. Go ahead, Bro Amos.
Yeah. So they need to bring another computer expert to testify to what Singer is saying. Because if he said that there's no way that people can manipulate the result, the data, then how come they have always been problem from the data section? Yeah. He must explain to the Liberian people. So these are questions that must ask him. Let us bring a computer expert to butcher his statement or to explain what Singer is saying is right. Because there have always been problems with the data section, and Singer has been the head all the elections, by-election, general election, always. And this is the man, that person we are not chosen to elevate. There is a serious problem. All those people, I can say 4 or 5, there is some conflict of interest. The lady who they say has a personal relationship with Senator Chase. Then the other lady that she had a romantic relationship with President Weah. Why would people be sitting now on a national election commission?
National election commission, and then in the election, those people are running as well.
Yes.
Abachi will be running, and Joey will be running. So,
yes.
I mean,
that is a conflict.
Why would their girlfriends or their relationship, be, sitting down on the bench to decide the election?
It is threatening. And let me just close on this guy on this Nigerian guy. I know many people have made the argument that they made a Liberian. Granted, I don't argue that point. But what I'm arguing, these are the points I'm arguing. What is his relationship with President Weah? That within the span of 2 years, this man has been appointed to 2 different sensitive entities in Liberia. And why he has not gone for confirmation hearing in this position? These are serious issues should be raised by the commissioners or by the public. Third, this man in question, for me, I don't want to question his nationality. The only thing that I have is let him submit a document when he was naturalized, when he did petition the court, who was the clerk of the court, who was the judge of the court at that time. Let him present those papers to the commission or he can make it public. Third, he said that he conducted an election at the Louis Arthur Crown School of Law, but that is not a national election. And I want to know his experience since he being in Nigeria, where he has practiced law. What kind of lawyer is he? Is he constitutional lawyer, criminal lawyer, civil lawyer? Let me know and how long he has been in the practice of law in Liberia. Third, let him tell me what geographic in Liberia he can relate to as a Liberian. As he live outside of Monrovia to know Liberia, the demographic well. So these are questions that the senators should be asking this young man. What he's bringing to the table? What is his experience in this area? Because I heard him saying on front page that the people must get you chance. But how can we get you chance when we talk about general election? Something that has the potential to bring war.
Do you not bring the peace or maintain the peace?
That's what I'm saying. So this is not an experimental area. This is not a science laboratory. Liberia is not a science laboratory. When you want to do laboratory work, go to JLC, become the medical doctor so you can go to do your experiment, go there and do your chemistry.
My brother Emo, thank you very much.
Thank
you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I just want to close on this. But we should put pressure on these senators. Senator Yala or Bonkane is one of those senators that I cannot trust. Let the people of Bonkane call on Senator Yala. He made some 7 points, but let it call on him. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, how you doing, Vasego?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, you were talking about Senator Johnson, that you're not too sure.
Yeah, I said his name is among those people who are likely to reject, but I'm not too sure because he can change anytime. Whenever he sees money, then that's it.
No,
he's not to be trusted.
The paper, attracting the woman, attracting him.
Did you talk to him?
I said attracting him.
No, I'm not saying whether you talk to him.
No, I will talk to him, but not today. I will talk to him tomorrow. Senator Johnson make up his mind already not to be with CDC. If you can remember, when he went to his college in Gaza, if you can remember what he said, I think that time your brother just passed away. If you can remember what Senator Johnson said, Senator Johnson gave a parable. And the parable he gave, all Liberians listened to that parable. And sometimes you have to trust a man of what he says sometimes. Senator Johnson will never ever vote to confirm a Nigerian man to become a chairman.
I think not only this guy own a nationality business. The problem, one of the major problems is that the guy is corrupt. The guy gets some criminal records. People with no integrity. How would that person get confirmed?
I come in, Brother Sekou. He will never ever vote to confirm that Nigerian man. And secondly, Brother Sekou, I told you the last time on your show, I told you I had a dream. There was a lot of disturbances, grumbling among the senators within the House of that parliament. You say you sure? I said, Brother Sekou, I am sure. All those that President Weah appointed, he only appointed 6. What the other one? That's a big question that Liberians are supposed to be asking now, President Weah. There's supposed to be 7 commissioners. Out of the 7, you take 1 to be the head. All those corrupt guys, like that guy who always involves himself.
So let me ask you. I don't know where you are, but there are a lot of noise behind you. You need to be stable one place. So
yeah, I'm stable. I'm outside. I'm outside, brother.
oh, okay.
Because of the bridge.
Maybe the bridge blowing. Okay. Let me say this to you. You know, Prince Johnson is not that people have anything else against him, but based on his record, he's been so erratic. You know, he's not stable. He can say one thing today and then tomorrow you mean something different. You know, so right now, if you know Prince Johnson, you better call him. If you know your senators from Riverside, from Fano, from Grand Judea, you better call them. Tell them that they should put Liberia first and put their pockets second. Let me say this something real quick. You see, this is the kind of Liberia we have. Because we are speaking on integrity, we are speaking on moral, we are speaking on credibility. You have Liberians here who question our nationality, my nationality, because we are speaking against their interest. So they prefer, or they are interested in supporting unnaturalized Nigerian-born Liberian against us Liberian citizens. It was the same ideology that they supported, that natural-born Liberian who obtained nationality of different country should not have the opportunity to hold certain position in Liberia, but they are yet supporting unnaturalized Nigerian to hold the bigger position in the country. That's how their minds are. Their brains are so small like a peanut, so they don't rationalize. So they don't understand.
Right.
They will go against themselves. Some will even stand and say, "Oh, Joy Weah is a Ghana man, right?" If they're not happy, sometimes someone will say, "Oh, when Amara was appointed, they went against him. When Dr. Hassan Conte was appointed, they went against him." Even you now, when you hold any position in Liberia now, they will say, "Oh, that man, Guillaume, the man, Amano man, the man from Guinea, or the man from Ivory Coast." But all of that, but simply because this guy appointment has something to do with George Weah, then those lazy and feeble-minded people, they will attack all the thing they're doing right now. Try to attack me because they are angry. I'm telling them the truth. And George Weah is the most corrupt president in the history of Liberia, and George Weah is the most inept president in the history of Liberia. Allowing this to happen will also speak on the fact that we Liberians, we are not ready yet. So we will not sit by. You can say whatever you want to say. I just want to give the message. For every time you attack me, you attack my personality, it kind of emboldens me. It energizes me more to talk. It gives me more strength, to go against the ills in the community. So say everything you want to say about me. George Weah is corrupt, and this guy who he appointed is also corrupt, and they shouldn't be confirmed. Talk to your senators. That's what we are here to do. Say whatever you want to say.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Let me give you something parable. All the animals on earth, the shortest brain animal is cat. About all you ever raise a cat in. Cat here has 12 hours. 12 hours of remembrance. 12 hours. Even less than 12 hours. This is how I classify seditions to be. When seditions went to their retreat, all their retreat was about Daros DeLong. Not knowing they have plan already to change or to put people who will keep Daros DeLong in the election, and the presidential election comes 2023. I said sedition. their memory, their brain.
You're right.
Kept in their house 12 hours of the memory.
You're right. I can even hear some of them calling Dylan dull, that Dylan is not smart. When Dylan is smarter than any other person in the CDC government, even the entire party. Now one person that they can even be compared to, to Dawa Dylan in terms of integrity, in terms of maturity, in terms of understanding the issues.
When it came from that retreat, I know some of my brothers. I can't call their name now. They said the long days in the Senate is over. It's just over. It's just over. And I sat down, I talked to myself. Why those guys are making such a recommendation? So you want to tell me there will be no Liberian to stand up and speak for the people? And I involved myself in Yeke Koluba case. Yeke Koluba case. I consider Yeke my own whistleblower in Liberia is Yeke. I listened to Yeke. I analyzed.
Hold the line, caller. Hold the line.
Representative, I mean the senior senator of our country.
I try. Hold on 1 second. Somebody telling me I try to block that guy. Whatever that person name is, Makonje or something. I tried to block it first. It surfaced again. Let me see again. Let me make sure. I hope. Yeah. So I blocked that number. I tried to block that number first, but it will probably block from my end. It was not blocked from the platforms, maybe. Well, I will make sure I block it.
Not take on Senator Prince Johnson.
Yeah. You may want to conclude if you can.
Yeah, Senator Prince Johnson is approaching his 70s. Prince Johnson is not Prince Johnson of yesterday, neither day before yesterday, or years back. Prince Johnson now is taking to tell the Nima County people, what can I do or what can I say to make my people happy? You know, in every country, in every state, in every county, in the republic, or on the continent of Africa, they have senators at large. When people go to rather and consult, not put all our politics aside, not put all our differences aside, but I am telling you on your show today, the 28th of March, Prince Johnson will never ever again vote by CDC's government. CDC's government is done. It's done. I told you, CDC, if I heard they don't cheat, George Weah would be one-time president, as I told you.
George Weah can't cheat no. They can't cheat no more. They only cheat if we sit by and do nothing. They can't cheat. Yeah. They can only cheat if Liberian people say nothing. We do nothing.
It is over. 10 division. They have short-sighted memory. 12 hours memory. They should give more. They should go now and take more vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin whatsoever that they can take for their senses to come back to normality, so that they can gain at least 24-hour ways of thinking. Thank you very much for having me on your show today. Thank you. But my papa will never go to anybody again. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Let's do the next caller. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller 137 number. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your name and where you calling from?
My name is Anthony Gayflower from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Anthony Gayflower from Indianapolis. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I heard you talking about the proceeding when proceeding at the Cabinet building in Monrovia.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And is what I'm trying to comment on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Frankly, the Liberian Senate, they are not ready. We are talking about contagious virus around. They are still using one mic. What will happen
of the guys holding the mic is the tester and you take it against the next person. Are you telling me that with all of the allotment the media have done the position to standardize the address that they can sit and speak from with all a guy walking around?
Hold the line, caller.
And when you tell someone to lie, it's different than when they plan to lie.
Yeah.
The guy in question was being told to lie, and you keep forgetting. All of those things are point. He was naturalized yet, but he don't know about Buchanan. He don't even know when he turns into the bureau and when he went back. The Constitution makes that clause in the Constitution, and today we are speaking for it. The draft of the Constitution does not envision any structure like this to have a dummy as president who will get appointable based on financial gain, not the interest of the country. As they talk about that, I think we have drafted it differently. Alright? But with the amount of public outcry and criticism on the president for this, I would suggest that he will draw him to avoid the waste of taxpayer money for several days, and at the end of the day, they got denied or unconfirmed like Zulu. Alright? The guy, yes, he was naturalized, but he does not have no national interest in Nigeria. If the year I didn't win America, tomorrow when you fight to go to Nigeria, that not for way on the president will not stop you, and even you cause financial damage to them, you are free to go home. And you are talking of a guy who has a power to make a decision for 6 or more years to make a guy a president or a speaker who is just sitting there to receive brown envelopes. I think we have made a big mistake, but certainly not strange. Alright? So I would suggest that the Senate committee responsible for the confirmation of this guy should deny him 100% without prejudice.
Thank you, sir.
Alright? So that's my thing, but they should first upgrade their Senate chamber to avoid moving with. Can you tell me you pay people $50,000 a month and you cannot upgrade a desk to have a mic that will have the ability to translate from one language to another?
It's crazy.
I mean, come on, man. When they could do that with all their kickbacks, they get from these Lebanese, Syrian women to together.
Oh, bro, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
All right. Folks, I really apologize to all of you. This person who is the name Makonje, whatever that name is, I've tried to block that number, but for some reason it keeps surfacing, but I will take care of it. You can keep your call coming in. Some people were calling when the other person was talking. But what I can tell you, my fellow Liberians, there are people who are created purposely to distract us. Some of the people that are coming here to insult or to disrespect, they are doing so to distract us. So don't be distracted by those people. If you are distracted and focus on them and not discuss the issue, then they have won. That means you are giving them their wishes. That's what they want. They don't want you to discuss the issue. They don't want you to mention the incompetence of George Weah. They don't want you to mention the unpatriotic behavior of George Weah. They don't want you to talk about the ill preparedness of George Weah and the entire government. They don't want you to talk about those things. They don't want you to talk about George Weah losing his popularity. It hurts them to hear those things. So all they will do to come and insult and distract and disrespect. So if you respond to them, that means you are giving them what they want. So let's ignore them and discuss the issue. Hello, caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, your name and where you calling from, caller?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother, for the opportunity.
For sure.
My name is Sam Williams.
California.
Sam William calling from California. Welcome.
Thank you so much. So should I go ahead and drop my little 2 cents?
You go ahead. You are free to talk.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. I've been following you for a very long time. I just want to appreciate you
Thank you.
for everything you've been doing. Continue to do for the Liberian people.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you see what is happening in the country, Liberia, and Liberia citizens are thinking what is happening in the country is something that is new. But it's not new. Let me take you back a little bit, my brother. We almost, Liberia been blessed to have 24 presidents. And out of this 24 presidents, Liberia is 172 years. My brother people, can you look at the 24 presidents and name anything that this 24 president has done for Liberia? Infrastructure-wise,
No.
and you got the project that was finalized by Liberian government. If you go into 15 countries in Liberia, it will be very hard to observe that. Liberians, we are not serious people. Zambia is a useless president. When Howard Taylor, I supported, let me honest, I supported the president. Wia is a useless president. Joel Howard Taylor is a useless president. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, all are useless presidents. I mean, they're very useless. Look at what is happening in the country. I grew up in Ghana. I've been to Nigeria. You cannot go in Nigeria or Ghana and even see a Liberian naturalized in Ghana or Nigeria working in any government. But today, Liberians are supporting a Nigerian naturalized in Liberia who has no documents to prove it. And we want that man to be election commission in that country. It is just sad that we are not ready yet. We are not ready for our country. We continue to fool the Liberian people and we continue to do the wrong things in the country. And it is just sad. This is Liberia here. This is why Liberia can never develop until the youth in the country. We need to stand up, people. We need to stand up and start praising political parties in Liberia, political leaders in Liberia, and come together and really define what this country is and what do we want and how can we go after it based on transparency and accountability.
Sure.
And we cannot do this. John Weah will continue to use this country here. And let me tell you, my brother, John Weah himself is being used. John Weah don't know nothing. It was a
I believe that.
Liberia made. It was a serious mistake Liberia made to make John Weah president. John Weah don't even understand the role of the presidency he playing. He is being used in our country, and the Liberians are there celebrating him. That Weah is the best president. For simple, I went to Liberia last year. As a citizen, I went to Liberia. When I got to the country, when I saw,
you are a citizen?
I'm a citizen. I supported George Weah. But when I went to Liberia, when I saw the country, the life the Liberian citizens are living in our country, I realized that George Weah presidency will be the worst president in the history of our country. The Liberians don't come together in that thing. 2023, after George Weah presidency, our country is done for good. My brother, thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very, 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 very much. We really appreciate that. We appreciate your contribution. So, folks, like I was saying, we need to reiterate what we were saying here. Many people here watching. All I ask all of you is to share this show so your friends and your followers can see it. So people who matters can see it. Liberians in Liberia, let them call their senators and ask them to reject the nomination of this corrupt Nigerian naturalized Liberian who happened to be the handpick of George Weah to do his dirty job. This man is appointed for a reason. When you see we are moving this guy from one position to another, it's simply because George Weah already have a plan. They brought in a machine that they're going to be cheating on the voter roll. Like I said, the machine is in possession of Thomas Fowler as we speak. Hold on. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Sekou.
Hey, your name and where you calling from, caller?
It's Alexander calling from the United Kingdom, London.
Alexander from the United Kingdom. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, thanks, brother, for allowing me again. You know, how we really getting paid over the Mokojichi guy, you know, who keeps calling you names, you know, he's one of the perfect idiot, you know.
Is one of those government officials who are angry for what we're doing right now. You know what happened? When they do that, they are doing it because they are angry. They are doing it because they are angry for the fact that we are educating the Liberian people to tell them the true nature of President Weah and people that are supporting him. They are the worst thing that ever happened to Liberia. So all we need to do is to make sure they are not re-elected. That's all. And we should not allow them, you know, the idea, oh, George Weah will cheat. They will cheat. No, they can't cheat. They are human beings. They are Liberians. They don't own Liberia. They don't own the Liberian people. So people should educate our people and make them to understand. Don't even give them that notion that they're able to cheat. If they try to do anything out of the ordinary, we'll deal with them.
What gave the right for him to start calling you those names and calling you know? Have you?
He's not supposed to be here on this platform. But I mean, we have no control over people's behavior. All we need to do, if they misbehave, we put them to their place. That's all.
The situation anyway. I will come in with with my own point concerning the whole situation in Liberia, because as we are saying, your message you are trying to convey to the Liberian people, that's the best message, that all Liberian overseas, back home, we all should come together and inform our lawmaker, to completely stand firm on rejecting, that Nigerian man, our natural Liberian man, because obviously it will be a big disaster if we sit down and allow George Weah to, make that guy to be our election commissioner. It will be a complete disaster.
Hold the line, caller.
That man, he's going to honor my every effort. And then, attending to become, with intention to become, who want to be a senator or representative or even any position like any electoral position, that guy is going to be influenced by George Weah, and he's going to damage everything. I'm saying this truth. And those senators, look, they're a complete joke. So let me be realistic to you. What I saw today, the second day, in the confirmation of what I got here with this guy, it was like a joke. You could not find anyone who could, ask the guy a concrete question concerning, the job he has. And the guy, he has no clue. Somebody answered for him, he went and observed all electoral in the body and what other thing you observe, but he never had such a position before. He had not such a position. Let's say he had never taken, as a proper role, working with the election commission to be able to know his real role into the job he want to do. And this guy is completely nothing. So I don't know how can George Weah want the guy to be our election commission.
But the guy was the guy on the hearing today. I thought the guy on is on Monday.
Yeah,
maybe it was review. I don't know. It was replay. I don't know. But I saw that on Facebook because they said day 2 of his confirmation hearing. So,
yeah. It was day 2, but that was the other people. They said they're going to start from the members first, and then before they can get to the leader. So I'm pretty sure the guy is going to be on Monday. The one Modike guy.
And the funny thing is that the senators, those senators know, most of them are not prepared. They don't even know what they're trying to ask the man. Like my own man, Dillon, I'm kind of very pro the Dillon man. But Dillon was going to be, he was kind of confused. He didn't know what to really ask this guy. Seriously. The question was really elementary, to be frank. I was kind of, surprised. Most of those hard record and those senators sitting down, I saw the body languages. They already made up their mind. So it's like, no matter what you do, you will confront this guy. I could not see.
Well, let's see what happened. Let's see what happened on Monday when that guy take the stage. Let's see how that's gonna go. The one with DK guy, the Nigerian naturalized Liberian. Let's see what happened with him.
And my message also, I hope those listening, my brother. I hope Liberians are listening. I hope Liberians understand that Jawia do not have any good intention for our country.
No.
Jawia has no clue of what he wants to do for our country. He has no idea. All he wants is to solve, enriching himself and his arterials, that behind him. Jawia, people say he was a country giant, he will have a vision, he was a savior of the nation of Kami. But today, Liberian, they themselves are seeing what's happening. And I want to convey it to our fellow Liberians that Jawia needs to be boosted out. They need to make Jawia to understand the next election he has no position. And also my message to the opposition, like Alexander Comey, Joseph Boaka, they need to also rise up and challenge Jawia. They are so silent. And I'm kind of very concerned about their silence, towards Jawia attitude. We cannot always sit down and see those people. Where are we living to? Why should we allow one man to think he got Liberia, as he can just pull any Liberian and they'll follow him? Why? So Liberians need to wake up. Today, look, the masses are suffering. No, today, many families cannot even afford to eat a day because of Jawia kind of way he ruined our nation. He came with many promises. And today, things are just getting worse and worse every day. Today, we're talking about gasoline in this country. Everything just went down the drain. We're not hearing any good news in Jawia.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Yesterday some senators boycotted, right? About 15 senators or maybe 14 senators that were there. They were in the opposition. Somebody just said that they were not there today, and I think I know that. And the reason why those senators were not there, I think I talked about that earlier. Those senators felt like the process was not right. Normally, in these kinds of hearing, civil society people and political organizations, supposed to be invited to be part of the process. So they recommended that happen, and then the committee headed by Milton Tiaje said no. That's how people walk out. So it means that if the same behavior continues, that means there might not be that amount of enough senator to even carry on the confirmation hearing. But however, let me just tell you this. I am very confident the senators' names that we call here, they will vote to reject this guy. If you ask me, they should vote to reject plus Sam. They should reject the girl who happened to be the girlfriend of Aboche, and they should reject this one Bodike guy. He's a criminal. He's on record of being a criminal. So those 3 people should be rejected. Other people, I don't know much about them.
That's a very good point, sir. That's a very good point. And also, I'm from Maryland County. Look at Jawia personal record. Some of us really belong to one political party. But personally, as a Marylander, and also as a leader of the Maryland Association of United Kingdom, I plan this coming general election. I'll be going to Maryland County. I will run my individual campaign with my own group of people to make the Maryland understand that Joe Weir, he is not there for them at all. And all the others, the ones who behind him, they're all bullshit nonsense. They should reject Joe Weir being re-elected as the president. And I can speak real well. And I'm going to be going to my county and to let them know that Joe Weir should not be re-elected. The same with anybody deciding, I hold the people from Lofa, Yahoo from Lofa too, have the same with them. When people reject Joe Weir, if the Grand Crew can vote for him, no problem. I don't know if he's from Grand Crew, I don't know where he's coming from, because he said he's from Grand Crew, but I don't know where he's really coming from. But I hope so that, all county like Lofa, never already decided not to vote for him anymore. And I'm going to be out in Maryland there. I can tell you the truth. So I'm going to spend my money, and I'm going to be going back home, and I'm going to be campaigning for village to village and speak my raw bravery and telling them, like, saying anything about what has he done for you people. You should reject him. He is not a leader. He's a liar, he's a womanizer, and he's only there to steal.
Thank you.
I'm telling that before you. But it's affecting my heart every day, brother. Every day, if I see my Liberians, I feel Liberians suffering. And I'm seeing people, in the street, rejoicing and celebrating his leadership. I can't see it, to be frank.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Most of people see the same in our time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Anyway, thanks for allowing me again.
For sure.
Nice to see you, brother.
For
and
sure.
Have a good night.
For sure. Thank you very much. Caller 401 number, are you there? Caller 401 number, are you there? 401. Call, are you there? Okay, take the next person. Hello, caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Samuel Sonda. I'm calling from California.
Samuel, welcome.
Thank you, and I appreciate that for the new platform. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sekou, this thing, there's the politics in it, but, this is a national embarrassment for us as Liberians. And then I raised a question about what would the colleague of Mr. Weir in the sub-region be thinking with a pick for the election commission, and in fact the entire batch. And I've been wondering what is happening at the presidency. Is this president being dealt with by his advisors to the extent to which he understands issues? Are they going out of their way to teach him some of the nuances of governance so that he knows how to apply himself and avoid embarrassment? Are they telling him some of the strengths and weaknesses of his institution, or what is, allowable and what is not allowed? Where their strengths and weaknesses are they raising those issues? So I don't think so, because I know there are areas within the governance process that as a party they have the advantage that they can leverage, but there are places that they can't just willy-nilly just trample on people. And this one is the Elections Commission. I mean, the entire makeup of this commission is full of flaws. It's conflict of interest. Okay? And from what we are hearing, if the pro tem has some relationship with one of the commissioners, then she has no business being there. Because if there are issues that will arise in the future,
but what do you think? Well, what do you think the pro tem went and restructured the committee without the consent of other people, without even informing them, by removing good people who may have a opposing opinion to that of him and George Weah? So he went ahead, restructured, and removed those people.
I get that, but look, in this age, with all that we've gone through in Liberia, these guys believe that they can just manipulate everything in Liberia and we sit there and watch them. Yeah. Is that what they say?
That's what they think.
This is just beyond
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. For those people who were asking me for Cash App number, you see the WhatsApp number there is a Cash App number. The number, we have two numbers on the screen. The one that says WhatsApp number that's my Cash App number. So if anybody wish to support the platform, you can send your WhatsApp through that. I mean, your Cash App through that. A lot of people have expressed interest in helping to develop the platform. We've been doing everything on our weak way. There are friends that help behind the scene, but we have never asked, publicly anybody to help. But most people are now saying that we have to. And if you think you want to, if you think it's important, it's necessary to help, definitely we will appreciate anybody's help. So the number over there, the 480 number, 480-862-0783 number, that's the Cash App number. If you wish to send us anything to the platform, we will see it if you send it through there. Thank you. I just want to make that announcement. I'm sorry, my brother. Go ahead and conclude.
No, you're very right about that. I just want to chime in. We need to empower ourselves. A guy like you that creating, you're spending all your time and effort whatsoever, we need to meet you halfway. So I think that is very expedient, and we all should be willing to make contributions in that line.
Thank you.
Because if we want to be speaking, we need to put our money where our mouths are going to be, basically. But, and so I'm looking at it the other way. I'm just wondering why these guys think, when we were living in the 80s, when technology was still being developed, people were not getting news instantly. There were times news will kind of maybe take a couple of days before it gets out. But in this day of instant news, and these guys want to go and manipulate, with a bullfish in Liberia and think they can walk free with that? Simple. This is a joke. The less even spoken about in Nigeria involved. If this Nigerian, from my vantage point, on the day of his confirmation or his interview, whatever they will call it, if he can produce all the documents that are coded to his naturalization, then, he wins the day. I doubt it. I doubt if he has anything of that sort.
He has nothing. But thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the platform once more.
For sure. All right, folks. I think that will do it for today. Somebody asking for PayPal account. I do not have PayPal account. I do have Zelle. But if you wish to contribute, you can call me after the show. But if you can do WhatsApp, that's the number right there I just told you, 480-862-0783 actually, for those who wish to contribute to the platform. Yes, we've been doing our best. We've been doing a lot of improvement. To where we are right now, we still need some equipment to improve it more. But in our weak way, we have done tremendously well. But that will do it for today. I want to say thank you to all of you for following the show and for being a part of this platform. This platform is not for just me, for all of us. We improve it the best way possible. You see, this person that was disturbing, if it's going to be with me, definitely I would have just forgot about that person, make the noise they want to make, but the person be distracting people. And once the fans, say block this person, I would definitely block that person. Frank Gibson, you need to behave. You need to behave like a mature person. You can't be writing nonsense. You can't be contributing zero and you expect people to respect you. You can't do that. I'm not going to block you, Frank Gibson. I've blocked Frank Gibson 3 times. But Frank Gibson stay here. Maybe, he's a Liberian who wants to contribute. Or at least contribute positively. You can state your disagreement, but don't be talking trash. You are better than that. Or you should be better than that. So, folks, we'll continue to enlighten our people. And if my friends say I should block Frank Gibson, definitely Frank Gibson will be blocked. And you'll be blocked for the last time and forever. All the time I block you, I was blocking you for you to behave. But now, if you get to the extreme where you keep distracting people or disrespecting people on the platform, definitely will block you. If the fans say block him, we will definitely block you. So you don't want to go down that route. Trust me. We are here for our people. So if they are not here, we'll not be here. All right. And I want to say thank you to everybody. So next time we'll pick up your call, but you got to behave. I didn't even see your call coming. You know, I never refuse to answer a call. As a matter of fact, the WhatsApp number, I didn't see a ring today. So folks, you have a good night. And one of my favorite person telling me to block you, Frank Gibson, you're probably going to be blocked. So you on your own. You're not supposed to be doing this, man. All right, folks, you have a good night. You're listening to our music. Frank Gibson, you will be blocked if you don't behave. Yeah. Before you go, you gotta listen to this music, man. This music is very good. Frank Gibson, behave. You see, all my good people are telling me I should block you because you can't behave like a mature person. Unfortunately. Good night, folks. Good night, everybody. I really enjoy spending this time with you. All of you, please go ahead and share the show, and please go ahead and like the show so that way anytime we come on, you will be notified right away. All right. I know Frank Gibson is listening. Frank Gibson, I don't want to block you, man. So behave. All right. So, Frank Gibson, you gotta listen to this music. Okay? So, folks, that's it, man. Y'all have a wonderful night.